Welcome to 3 Good Minutes. All right, so I have this whole list of ideas that I've written down for videos like this. And while we're here, since you're this far in, if you want to just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and you can leave a comment and like my videos. And if you hit that bell, you never miss an upload. I never feel comfortable saying that, but I greatly appreciate it. Also, please check out the links that's in the description of the videos. Has all kinds of cool stuff, like it has my link site to it, so all the stuff I've been working on recently, and then there's donation buttons if you want to do that. But I digress. I'm wasting time here. I've already wasted almost 30 seconds, well, more than 30 seconds. So, the NBA in 1993-1994 was lost, okay? I don't know if you heard, but in October 1993, a guy named Michael Jordan retired from the NBA, okay? Unexpectedly. Even though he'd been talking about it to his teammates for years, he decided, I've had enough. I'm done. This is empty. It's going to be a pin cup. And so he had retired. The Bulls were the defending champions, but it is now Scotty and Horace's show. Don't know where that hair came from. Now Scotty and Horace's show. The Knicks had been threatening for years with Pat Riley and Patrick Ewing, John Starks. They had lost the Eastern Conference Finals the year before. And then out west, the Suns had lost in 6 games to the Bulls the year before. So naturally, everybody thought that the Suns would go on to possibly win the NBA championship, or the Knicks, right? You know who should have been the 1993-1994 NBA champions? The Seattle Supersonics. Wrong jerseys, great team. Okay. Shawn Kemp, Gary Payton, traded for Kendall Gill before the season, who had been playing in Charlotte for years. Detlef Schrempf, who was playing in Indiana and had been an all-star, I believe. He had been an all-star by that point. Maybe in 92 or something like that. Played with Reggie Miller. And the team was just loaded, man. Payton and Kemp were amazing. They had a deep bench. They still had Ricky Pierce. They had... they traded Eddie Johnson. They had all kinds of shooting. They had pushed the Suns to 7 games in 1993. Like it had been so close, right? And I just want to tell y'all, they had the best record in 1994, which is insane, okay? Because the league was kind of stacked, and they went 63-19. They literally had this league on a platter for them, right? And let me just read the roster real quick. Michael Cage, Vincent Askew, Alfonso Ford had a couple 10-day contracts. Irvin Johnson, Chris King, Rich King, Nate McMillan. Shout out to Nate McMillan, man. Sam Perkins, who had transitioned from being an inside man with the Lakers to being a 3-man, which he would do the rest of his career. I said Ricky Pierce, Steve Scheffler, and then Detlef Schrempf. This team was loaded. 63-19. I'm out of time, but you know what? We're going to just keep on going. Just keep on going for a few minutes. So the first 3 good minutes has already been ruined, but I was doing a lot of introduction. This team was so fun to watch. Gary Payton and Shawn Kemp were literally highlight reels. I know that Shawn Kemp's nickname was the human highlight reel, but every time I turned on NBA Inside stuff, anytime I caught SportsCenter back then, it was Kemp and Payton just flying to the basket and Payton making insane moves. And this team was destined to win the NBA championship in 1994, not the Rockets. And the Nuggets happened, man. And the Sonics were the first seed to lose to an 8th seed in the NBA playoffs. This is when the first round was best of 5. They won the first 2 games and then proceeded to drop the next 3, including Game 5 at home. And then you have that iconic Dikembe Mutombo photo of him holding the ball, so happy to have upset the Sonics, man. The Knicks could have won the championship, and they almost did. The Suns could have won the championship, but the Rockets beat them. Although KJ did throw down that nasty dunk on Olajuwon, man. Shout out to Kevin Johnson, man. I always love Kevin Johnson. I had a Kevin Johnson jersey once, and it was one of the black ones when they came out. I think it might have been my first basketball jersey I ever owned, honestly. And I took it off after school at junior high one day, set it on the fence playing ultimate frisbee or something, left, went home, never saw it again. So that was disappointing. Yeah, the Suns could have won. Obviously, the Rockets came out of nowhere and did. Not that the Rockets weren't talented. Not that Hakeem Olajuwon didn't have an amazing season. Obviously, he was the league MVP that year. But this should have been the Sonics title, man. It really should have been. And yes, the Sonics made it to the finals in '96 and lost to the Bulls, even though they just made changes too late in the series. And I love my Bulls. And I'm glad they won it. Michael needed to get that redemption championship after Nick Anderson stole the ball twice from him in 1995. But I'm just saying, the Sonics should have been NBA champions. And if I had to pick a Seattle Supersonics team that's my favorite of all time, it would be the 93-94 Seattle Sonics. And if I hadn't jumped on the Bulls bandwagon when I was 8 or 9 and stayed with them, other than a brief flirt with Philadelphia and Iverson in the early 2000s, the Sonics would be my team until they got shipped to Oklahoma City. Bring back the Sonics. Go watch some. There's a lot of actually full games from 93-94 of the Sonics. Go watch some of those games. And just go appreciate some NBA history. But that's my 3 good minutes, even though it's probably been like 6 or 7. All right, I got to go work. Hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the video. If you have any thoughts about the 93-94 season or the Seattle Supersonics back then, or Gary Payton, or how John Starks lost New York their only opportunity to win a championship since 1973. Okay? And you can always hit that bell. You won't miss any notifications. But I got to go. I got to change back to my polo. Thanks, y'all.
Major vibes.
You bring the stars out
H.
to light the night up,
Y.
to make the darkness go away.
Step before the sauna is a constant reminder. The past is the past, gotta leave it behind you. Even after 1,000 slaps like E Honda, can't leave.